We had just celebrated my daughter's first birthday. Unfortunately, her mom and our relationship just didn't work out. And she took my daughter that following week and moved out. And it was difficult. I had a friend call, and he actually said he was going to Daytona for Bike Week and asked if I wanted to go. Went down and I drank and I got really inebriated because that was my way to escape from anything that bothered me, whether it was pain or anxiety or just anything that didn't go my way. We had been drinking all day, and I got on my motorcycle and got on US 1 on the interstate, and I was doing 70 miles an hour, and I ran off the road. Tried to get back on the road, and it just, like a slingshot, it shot me straight into the woods. And I hit a tree head on. Broke my femur in 3 places, crushed my hip, lacerated my liver, broke several ribs. I was in intensive care for a week. It was a hard, long, painful recovery. You know, I went from the wheelchair to the walker to the crutches to the cane, and it took a year to fully recover. As that battle ended, another began, and that was the battle with alcoholism. That was something that I was able to turn to mask all the pain and the anger and the hurt that I had caused other people with my accident. And, you know, I used it. I used it a lot. Later on, I was convicted of a DUI, and part of the process to have my license reinstated, I had to go to an outpatient facility. Part of the program was I had to go to AA meetings. My first meeting, I remember standing outside and just kind of wondering, what am I doing here? I'm not like these people. They haven't went through what I went through. But I went in and I did what I had to do, and for a couple weeks or for a time, I still was not convinced I was an alcoholic. And then Easter Sunday, April 24th, 2011 came. I woke up in my garage on my floor, laying face down, in blood and vomit. Those 2 days, I had drank 2 gallons of alcohol. And I pulled myself up, and at that moment was when I screamed out to God, and I asked Him for help. The next day, I went to an AA meeting, and for the first time, instead of focusing on the differences between me and them, I started hearing similarities. The next week, I was so sick from the withdrawals of alcohol. Finally, I got to that Friday, and when I woke up that morning, it was almost like having a fresh pair of eyes. And I noticed that the sun was breaking through, and I noticed the smell of the spring air. All of those things that had been there before that I just always took for granted. Sunday came, and I came here to Good Shepherd for the 10 o'clock service, and that day Talbot had an invitation. I could barely get the words out, trying to explain to Talbot that I wanted to be forgiven of my sins and I wanted Jesus to come into my heart because my vocal cords had been blown out from getting sick so much the week before. And we prayed. And almost immediately, things changed. I felt the weight of the world, all the things that I've been carrying around for so long, lifted. I admitted I was powerless over alcohol, and I turned my will and power over to God. I quickly came to realize, even to this day, that one of the key ways to stay sober is to continue to carry the message of hope to other people. Today, I am a middle school life group leader for 6th grade boys. It is the most rewarding opportunity that I believe that I've had yet. My purpose today is to be able to use my past and the experiences that God has given me. I know it's hard to say, but I am grateful for what I went through because of where I am today. Because I truly believe that God's great strength and His mercy that He has given me, that I'm alive today for that reason and that reason alone.
Because of God's mercy and His amazing grace, my name is Eric Matras, and I am a Bouncebacker.